Greetings, Kerbalites. I am Ben Pearson, the Roadster Tracker. We are going to be continuing in to play Kerbal Space Program, and really we're going to start a brand new series. We're going to be starting from the very beginning. I may have had an incident where I recorded something and, didn't actually have any sound, so we're just going to ignore that timeline completely and start anew. I am really excited to be playing this. This is one of my favorite games, and I have not had a chance to play much with the 2 DLC packs that have come out, which we will have the ability to play with. Sorry, annoying little pop-ups that happen. We have a little bit of mods, but really just visual type mods, nothing particularly fancy. And here we are. Let's see. Some stuff we're going to do. Transmit data from Kerbin. That's easy enough. And launch our first vessel. 2 super, super simple missions that we are going to be working on. Nothing particularly fancy. For some reason, before we've done airplanes, before we've done anything, the Kerbal-nauts, they like to go big. We're going to try not to kill any of them, but that's okay. So we have our capsule. We have a little flea booster. And we have a parachute. Because the parachute is important. We could theoretically bail out, but where's the fun in that? Actually, I don't think we can bail out this early. Yeah, you have to have EVAs to do that, and we do not. Gosh, I'm going completely crazy. It's utility. There we go. And then science, well, that's cargo. Mixing stuff up. The only science we can do is the goo container, which is fine. We can also do crew reports and stuff like that, but we're mostly going to be paying attention to the goo. The good stuff. The other thing we're going to do is limit the thrust. The thrust to weight ratio, as you can see from Kerbal Engineering, 7.7 is rather extreme. So we're going to go to like 2.5, which is, well, let's go to 3. Slow things down a bit. This is going to be a small step. Nothing particularly fancy. We don't really care what Kerbals happen to make it into this. We're just going to let them go. So we have the science mod pack, which we can deploy all. Keep. We have done our... Can we do it? We should be able to do an EVA, right? Yeah. Keep the report board. And so we've done the crew report. We have done everything else that we need to do. We can hit collect all, which will bring everything back in, and that will allow us to do another crew report from in-flight. And then we just set our thrust to full, which we don't need to for a solid. And launch. We'll go ahead and put on the SAS system. Let's see. Let's go. I don't know. We're just moving around. I think I want to go for a splashdown. So we can deploy all. Keep. Collect everything. So we've got it loaded back in our spacecraft, and then it's just away we go. Let's fast forward here a little bit. We could deploy the parachutes now. And I think I'm going to. We'll lower this min altitude just a little bit so that way it will work properly. But we're just going to go ahead and head down and hopefully... maybe we're going to hit the runway. Whoa, we're going to land almost exactly back on the pad. Wow. All that fiddling around, and this is where we end up. Can't seem to roll much. So I think we're done. Collect everything. We could do an EVA. Nope, it's blocked. Okay, we got out. Let's just roll over. Let's change this down. We're gonna see if we can roll off of the launch pad. Whoopsie daisies. Deploy all. Then we're gonna get our EVA report. EVA report. Keep and board. There we go. Collect everything and we're done. Had a slight booster blow up, but that was well worthwhile. That should be plenty of science to get us some fun toys. 37 science. Not bad, not bad. Biggest chunk was with the goo experiment while actually flying. Cool. We got some little bit of funds from our recovered stuff, but mostly we have just completed the missions, which we have now done good. Cool. Next mission, we could test the hammer at the launch site. So, launch site, activate through staging. Yeah, we can easily do that. Decoupler landed. Let's test the parachute and flight over. Yeah, I think we can manage to do this one. So we're going to try these two missions. Hopefully we'll have some good luck. We'll go with basic rocketry and research. So we'll have our thermometer. Then the next thing to go for is our barometer so we can get more science. Stability is nice, but it's more expensive, and this is even more expensive, which we don't have the funds for. Science funds. You know what I mean. So, only a couple of changes we need to do to this. The biggest one is that we're testing the hammer. Same thing as before, we're going to limit the thrust to have a thrust to weight ratio that's a little bit more reasonable at launch. Now let's check. We have a M16 parachute, check. The hammer. And then we have to meet these specific criteria. That's fine. I'm only going to take... Well, we'll keep... No, we're going to get rid of both of these, actually. I don't think we're likely to get a lot of extra science from there. So we're going to stick one thermometer here. And another one over on the other side of the hatch. So that way they can theoretically peek their heads out and watch. Small step up, we're going to call this. I never know what to call things. My wife would never let me name kids, but I'm slightly better than my son, who I think, given the chance, would name his kid Hot Dog Water. Yeah, I told his soon-to-be wife that he is not allowed to name kids, as if it's something that we needed to say, and she's like, yeah. Anyways, let's go. So deploy all, collect all. Oh, whoops. We're gonna do a revert flight to launch because the staging, I will allow myself that kind of mistake because otherwise we'll go crazy. I'm gonna try not to save scum too terribly though. Okay. Let's make sure all the conditions are met. And launch. So we got this one. Yay! So we're gonna point the spacecraft a little bit downrange. Theoretically, we could go to the moon if we had a powerful enough rocket, which we absolutely do not. Probably hit the island base though. That could be fun. So far so good. We should deploy all, collect all. We forgot to collect the science at the landing site. That's a real bummer. Oh well, it's only a few science points. Collect all, deploy all, collect. Still firing. So we managed to make it high. Hopefully we will be in this box. Now, the only way I think we're going to be in this box is if we slow down pretty drastically. So I'm going to put this in such a way to increase the drag. Seems like a reasonable approach. Let's go ahead and fast forward. I don't know that we're going to hit both of those conditions. Holy moly, we reached space. I did not think that you could do that with just a hammer. Huh. Cool. Jebediah is sure excited. He gets a space flight in for free. So we probably did not go horizontal enough, which is going to be a problem. I'm going to point this in the direction of motion as much as possible, hoping that we slow down enough. This is going to be rough on Jebediah. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Do not do this. No, no. Okay. EVA, EVA. Jebediah, we salute you. Your memory will go down forever. Well, that's rough. Cool. All right then. Poor Jebediah. At least his sacrifice was not in vain. We just didn't get any science from it. Okay. Test the hammer again. Okay. Sure, we'll do that. So we can just do a repeat of the same exact mission. We have got a little bit of science. I guess we must have got that from completing missions. Got a lot of money. Yeah. Let's see here. Piper, come join us. So I'm just going to launch the same exact spacecraft, except for we need to fix the staging, so we're going to do that in the VAB. Save and launch. So this time we're going to go at like a 45-degree pretty quickly. Deploy all. Keep. Collect all. And honestly, by pretty quickly, I mean like now. Deploy all, collect. Yeah. So we got one of them done. I'm actually going to go even more horizontal. Yeah, I think this is good. Collect all, deploy all, keep, collect. So hopefully we will re-enter a little bit slower. This is a suborbital trajectory normally does something closer to this. Because otherwise it is just an absolute nightmare to keep all of that straight. So we're not going to go anywhere near space, and that is a good thing. We still have the high velocity, but we're slowing down. So good. We won't be hitting the ground at 1,000 meters per second. That's a lot of thrust that this thing has. I didn't realize it had that much thrust. Huh. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and fast forward. Still continuing to go higher, but not super much higher. Valentina, though, she's a much better pilot, I think, than Jeb. Okay, now we're heading down. Let's keep pointed straight to the wind. We're gonna see what we can do to slow this guy down as much as possible. Nope, no. We'll just wiggle back and forth. I'm hoping we'll get into the range, but I don't think we're gonna hit their parachute targets. Those are pretty rough. We're still coming in a little bit too fast. Although we're doing a little bit better. I think Valentina is also toast. Daggum. Huh. Well, nobody ever said it was easy to be a Kerbal. We salute you, Valentina. We can take this one. It's just a suborbital. Yeah, no. Heat shield. That is pretty considerable. I don't think we're going to do that. So, okay. We have the contract. We're going to just take our small step rocket and go back to small steps. Is there another pilot? Nope. So we're going to have Piper go. And then we're going to have to start. So we're going to go back to our small step, which is this guy. Load. We're going to dump off these. And we're going to replace them with our science that we keep trying to get and don't seem to have a lot of luck with. We're going to go way, way more horizontal this time. Well, this is a smaller rocket, though. We should be fine. Actually, we're just going to go straight up. No, we want to hit the ocean because we get some science if we do that. So we're just going to go a little bit off course. Hit right about there. So that should allow us to get our science and get a decent ride and even test our parachutes. Okay, we're looking good. We're gonna hit the right altitude here. Check. And then the speed. Hey, we got our parachute test. Beautiful. So I think this will have completed all of our missions. I'm just going to change this to like 650. It'll be fine. We'll push it a little bit. It's an experimental parachute. Looks like we're blowing backwards, which is interesting. Wonder if one of the mods I have has wind or something. So deploy all, keep, and collect. And you, my friend, are gonna live another day. Lots and lots of science. Good. And a fair bit of money. We may upgrade something. The decoupler landed. This is basically a free one. Could orbit Kerbin. That's hard. The heat shield. We could do this. So do we want to go for, well, before we decide which mission we're going to do, let's, we may need to upgrade the launch pad. Wait, if we upgrade this, then we can do EVAs, right? Yeah. But we're not in space, so, okay. First things first, let's get our science. General rocketry will allow us to go for liquids. Good. Advanced rocketry will allow us to use a much bigger fuel tank, which is very helpful. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This should allow us to get into orbit. So we're going to upgrade this. And we're going to take the orbit Kerbin mission. And we're going to take the... We can't do the heat shield? Oh, the decoupler. Yeah. We can upgrade you as well. And we'll do the heat shield. Good. All of these should work. So, we're going to call this one a giant leap. No. We're going to call it Bigfoot. I don't know. I don't make up the schemes. So, okay. We need our heat shield. Is that aerodynamics? No, it's utility? Finding stuff is always more painful. We're gonna need the coupling. That thermal. Here we go. Okay, so we have the heat shield that we're gonna try and test, and then we're gonna add a couple, and then we'll get some good fuel tanks. Well, this top one will go small. Then we're going to put a Terrier, which is a good engine for orbital stuff. So you can see thrust to weight ratio is high, but this is good. This is almost exactly where we want to be for an upper stage. We may be able to do some fun missions too with this spacecraft. This is going to have a lot of power. It's alt. think that's about right. And then let's put in a Reliant engine. So we have enough delta V to orbit. We're a little higher on thrust to weight ratio though than we really need to be. There we go. Beautiful. We're gonna fly by the moon with this. I think we will. We can almost make it to orbit with just the first stage. So check the staging. Looks good. Oh, we also need our, what's it, decoupler. Just a little tiny decoupler at the bottom. Let's go raise this higher. Okay. So, is it activate through staging? Yeah, it's through staging. The heat shield is a run test, and then orbit. Bigfoot. Yeah, we got this. Launchpad cannot support this. Not quite. I'm not surprised. Now we can take off one of the fuel tanks if we don't have the funds, but we do have the funds to upgrade this. So we're just gonna launch Bigfoot. Launch. This should be a most exciting mission. We don't have enough to do a moon landing, but we should have enough to do everything else that we want to do. Okay, we're looking good so far. Getting a little bit squirrely off the launch pad, but this is going fine. Let's see. Deploy all. No, it'd be a PR nightmare, so collect. Okay, we're high enough now. We're gonna start a decent gravity turn. Still have lots and lots of delta V. If we go to, not this one, delta V, show all, we can see exactly how much that is. Close that. Okay. Still have all of our science, which I'm not surprised. We're high enough now where we're gonna do a bit more of a gravity turn. It should be a pretty stable rocket. Okay, let's hit that 45-degree mark. We're actually well past the need to do that. So we're going to keep going. We should be flattening our trajectory at this point in time. And slowly but surely we're getting there. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Actually, we're gonna deploy all. Science is worth a bit of a risk. We're going to EVA report, board. collect all, deploy all except the EVA, which collect all. Actually, let's keep the EVA too. Cool. Now let's check our map. Not surprisingly, we have a pretty high orbit. So we're just gonna wait until we're fairly close to there, and we're gonna burn horizontal and get a much better orbit. Oh, I don't have stability control on. No wonder it's being such a pain. Come on, come on, come on. So we're just gonna try for a 70 kilometer by 140 kilometer, and then we're gonna see if we can get to the moon. Just to do a flyby. We probably have enough cash at this point in time when we could do that easily. Okay, Periapsis. We're in orbit. Sweet. We still have lots and lots of fuel. So the moon is there. Our up oasis is not really in the good spot to do it. We have plenty of fuel though. What we're gonna do is burn when we're right about here. Collect TVA report, and then aboard. Okay, let's go back to the map. We still need to keep going through the periapsis. Deploy all. We have this EVA science experiment. What is this? Propellant? Personal parachute, okay. Well, I don't know. We're just gonna keep going. I'm more worried about getting towards the moon than collecting every single little piece of science we can get. Okay, let's see here. So the rule of thumb is to fire just as soon as you see the moon rising above the horizon. So we're going to point in the right direction. Whoops. Which is right there. And as soon as we see the moon rising above the horizon, then we're going to fire. Yeah, we're getting close. We're not quite in that right spot though, are we? So let's just keep going. Actually, before we do too much, let's go to the Space Center. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the mission to do the lunar exploration. So return to Corbin from orbit, that's easy. Looks like we don't actually have the moon. We're not going to do the surveys. Okay. So that's all. Darn, I was hoping we get the lunar. Got it. Fly. It's fine though. Oh, I think I can probably get, okay, some kind of a EVA science pack, which I think we're going to do next time instead of maybe the jetpack. I don't know. No, we got to do the jetpack just in case. The parachute's less important though. So we're going to toggle the map. And as soon as it kind of sort of intersects that orbit, we're going to call it good. We could have done the upgrade to get patch conics, but where's the fun in that? Okay. That's probably further than we needed, but this is fine. Deploy all. EVA report. Keep. And board. So we're in high situation. This is good. Looks like you only get one high, so we'll be fine. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on the map. We want to make sure we don't crash into the moon. Looks like we're going a little bit outside, which is okay. Oh, hey, how about this? Deploy all. Collect all. How close are we gonna fly by the moon? Not that close. So, we're gonna kind of point towards it, I think. Let's see if this shifts. Yeah, this is good direction to bend us closer. We want to do a slow but not crazy low flyby of the moon. Actually, we want to go to about 50 kilometers. I still have plenty of fuel left. Remember, we have a heat shield. Let's go down to, I can't remember what low is, but about 35 should be good. This is plenty fine. So we're just going to keep going. We're not going to orbit the moon. This is just a flyby mission. I don't know how this flyby is going to affect our trajectory, but that's okay. Let's slow down, because we are going to hit the exciting time soon. Okay, deploy all. Keep, board. Collect all. Deploy all. EVA report, keep, and board. I'm just going to keep this on 2, deploy all. Board. Wait. Where'd my spacecraft go? Hello? Something about this is buggy. We're actually falling onto the moon. I should never actually deploy. I said that last time. We're gonna... What are we gonna do? This is kind of hacky, so... Hang on. Let's hit the tracking center. I want to see something. So our spacecraft made it fine. The problem is our Kerbal. So can we Alt-Shift F12? Can we cheat? Okay. We can do that, but we don't have our Kerbal. Let's fly this mission. And if we don't have a Kerbal here because it was all just a big mistake, I'm willing to forgive it. So no crew control. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go into the cheat menu because this was a bug and we're just setting it right. We're going to Kerbal, create a Kerbal, random pilot, create Kerbal. And then can we put this Kerbal here? Okay, we have available crew. Let's find the dead crew. We have you. We can't actually do anything. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the Kerbal Space Center. We're gonna fly a little puddle jumper and jump out of there, and then we're gonna have... This is gonna be interesting. Oh, the legs were gonna go to try to rescue this. Okay, so we're gonna load, open up our small step. Cargo EVA jetpack. It's not going to be Jeb though flying this. So So apparently Jeb is back. We're gonna have our new pilot. And let's see here. Cargo should have a jetpack, right? Okay. It does have a jetpack. Good. So we're going to launch this. And we're going to EVA. This is probably more work than it's worth. But that's okay. We're going to go into the cheat menu. And we're going to send you set position around the moon. No, we don't want to do that. Set orbit around the moon. Actually, set to a rendezvous. Hey! Now, we have the jetpack, right? Yeah. So we're going to try and do this. We're going to... Don't have an EVA science experiment. We have... This should be set as a target, right? Good. Okay, we're lowering our speed with respect to the target. Okay, we're matching now. Excellent. Let's just go ahead and warp a little bit. Okay, slow down, slow down. Good. Just keep going. Excellent. Nice. Okay, we're going nice and slow. I am so horrible at this. Hopefully we still have plenty of fuel though. I think we do. So we're just going to pretend that the Kerbal just let go and it took a little bit to get back. That's what we're going to go with. F and board. Woohoo! Now, what kind of an orbit are we on? We're heading back and we're heading heading towards Kerbin, so this is a good sign. We're going to have to do some adjustment once we are free of the moon's gravity. Collect all. We're going to want to aim for about that 37, I think. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not going to mess around with this. We're just going to do another orbit. And we're going to do the adjustment. We have a fairly small amount of fuel left. It's more than enough, I'm confident, to make it back. But it's not enough to be wasteful. Okay, we're almost there. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and lower our periapsis. We want this down to probably about 40K. 40 kilometers. Doing perfect with the fuel. There, that'll do. All right, we have plenty of fuel, so we're just gonna go for it. Let's toggle the map. Deploy all except EVA, collect all. Not surprisingly, there's not a ton to do. So we're gonna try to slow down as much as we can. If we have to, we'll deploy and use the heat shield. That would not be... Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I mean, we'll re-enter eventually. One way or another. We just may do a skip re-entry. But I don't think we are. I think we're low enough to do this right. Amazes me how quickly the booster gets separated. Yeah, that's not going to be bad. And we're still heading towards the periapsis. We're still heading down. We might... What's our periapsis right now? We should have actually tried to go a little bit lower. We may still hit the conditions to test this heat shield properly, but I don't know that we will. I think we will. Yeah, actually, this is pretty likely. Because we're still slowing down pretty considerably. We're still above orbital speeds, but not by a ton. I think this is going to be like an Apollo re-entry where you actually do start to go up just a smidgen, but we're still destined to stay out. Maybe not. Maybe we're going to do another orbit. Okay, I'm starting to be convinced that we are in fact going to be doing another orbit. We should have gone a little bit lower, but that's okay. How is our consumables? We used a fair bit of our ablation. Wow. I am surprised. So let's just fast forward. Once we get up to about 65... Wait, did we just... Okay. Huh, we're gonna land almost at the... We may land at the Space Center. Interesting. Yeah, if we had been just a smidgen lower, we would have fully re-entered. That's okay. Let's keep going up till about 65. And then we're going to go ahead and do a EVA. There's just the science experiment, which we don't seem to have. Okay. That's fine. So this is what Apollo 13 was worried about, doing a skip re-entry, which is fine. If we still had our fuel tank, we could have done some more adjusting and probably landed in the Space Center. Let's go. Whoa. Just barely, right there. Let's go 2 forward, actually 3. Yeah, we're over the ocean. We're not likely to hit a new biome. Okay, full speed. Keeping an eye out. We are sub-orbital speed. Actually, we're technically still orbital, but not for long. Because our periapsis is still technically above. Nope, we are now suborbital. I think we're going to be able to test this. Okay, we're almost in the speed zone and we're almost in the altitude. Yeah, we're going to be able to run the test. Run the test. Excellent. We got our achievement met. Everything went well and there was absolutely no very bizarre issues that happened with the EVAs not working right. So we still got to slow down. Deploy all except EVA. Collect. And then this is just the capsule, so we're going to go to 600 feet. It should be good enough. Deploy all. Keep. Get the EVA report. Board. And then I'm going to try something. EVA is unavailable. Why? Yeah, whatever. It's done. Success! Boop, boop. 400 science. $400 science. Wow. What did we get a lot from? The EVAs. near the moon and the science near the moon. Especially, we got tons of it. Didn't recover a lot, but our funds are looking way better. And we got an advancement to level 1. Excellent. Small step, we're going to recover you. You were just a quick test bed. So, with our 400 science, we can get this. Let's keep going on our science detail. So we could get a satellite potentially. Do we want to go with the bigger rockets? I think the answer is yes, we do. Stability, sure. The nose cones are kind of handy. Not gonna do airplanes yet. This is fine too. And we have one more. We could get the battery bank and solar panels. EVA experiment kit. I think we're going to get this because that will be more science and that is always more better. Okay. Cool. So dock 2 vessels on or around Kerbin. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbin. I mean, science data around Kerbin, this is easy. Explore Kerbin. We're going to do a rescue mission. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Bring back Moonstone. That would be cool, but we're not there. So... let's think this through. Our rescue pod, I think, if we look at our big moon, Bigfoot, we're gonna just make one very slight tweak. Oh no. We're gonna have to think this through. Do we have the grapple? No. Structural. So we got a bunch of adapters. We have command and control. That's not gonna do it. A bunch of rocket engines. So we don't have the ability to dock. Is that a utility? Do have this crew cabin. So this is what I was looking for. Good. This will be our rescue mission. So we can rendezvous and rescue mission. This isn't going to be able to do a dock though. Payload coupling is what it would be. So we just have this little coupler. Huh. Docking is a pain, but tell you what, this is heavy enough. We're gonna ditch this parachute. We're gonna put this guy on its place. And we're going to do some docking experiments, but we got to be able to make sure we can dock. Or not dock. We can slow down. We're going to put 2 of these parachutes on. Still have access to the docking port. Good. Then for science, we'll put a couple of goo containers on. Sure. For space, I'm not gonna store... I want this. Well, no, we'll leave that off. That's fine. Let's see. We have the parachutes. We have the extra capsule. We're going to take a scientist with us on this mission just to give them some experience. The cargo. EVA experiment kit. We're going to put in the crew cabin. Okay, so we're going to take... I guess Jebediah's back. We're going to get Bill here to get him a little bit of experience, and then we're going to go do this rescue. You're not going to have a personal parachute. We're going to set that aside, and we're going to give you this. Cool. Fingers crossed. This will work. I forgot about the... Whoops. We're going to revert to flight. To vehicle assembly for one reason only, because we're going to ditch this little rocker at the bottom. The G-coupler, we don't need that because we already tested that. Cool. Now, do we have the launch stability? Yeah, we'll put one of these on just to make sure that it can do some good. This mission, unlike our previous ones, is going to have to sit on the pad for a little bit. So you're in a 70-kilometer orbit. I'm going to go back to the vehicle assembly, which is fine. And we're going to do some upgrades. We're going to upgrade the tracking station. And we can't collect resources. Well, yeah, we're not going to do that yet. The launch pad has been upgraded. That has not been upgraded yet, and we're fine with that. Oh yeah, the strategies that we don't really care much about. We can have up to 7 contracts. Wow, I didn't realize that. What are the conditions here? No. Around the moon? Yeah, nope. Okay. Let's do our rescue mission. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, we do have a lot of fuel. I'm still gonna try to launch this in about the right time. The spacecraft is over here. We are here. So we're just going to let it go till it's about here. And that's when we're going to launch. About here. Okay, we see you. We acknowledge that you are there, and we are go for rescue 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. I think we're a little bit low on our thrust to weight ratio, which is okay. Oof. That thing just barely made it off the pad, though. Some missions are like that. Jebediah is excited. Bill is like, huh? When did they let us engineers out of the dark? We like being in the dark. It's too scary otherwise. Okay, we're gonna start tilting over just a smidgen. That's enough. Okay, keep going. We're gonna try to match our surface. We should go a little bit more. We do have a substantial amount of delta V, though. Oh, so nice to have that stuff. Yeah, I mean, we have enough fuel basically to orbit even from the ground, and we are well above the ground at this point in time. We need to do more of a gravity turn. Way more, actually. Yeah, we need to go basically horizontal at this point in time. Okay, and fire. Actually, hang on. We're too high. We're just going to keep riding this, and we'll circularize and figure out the deploy all, keep, collect all. Okay, how's our... Yeah, we are ahead of... We're behind you, which really means that we need to be in a lower orbit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. We're screwing this up so badly. That's okay, though. It's part of the fun of the game. I'm gonna point back up a little bit. He's ahead, so we need to go slower than him, so we need to be in a higher orbit. This is what I get for not paying attention to... Okay, let's, like, do this. See if we can decrease our vertical speed a little bit. In fact, we're gonna go almost straight up. This is what I get for not paying attention. I don't think we have the fuel left. Screw it. We're just gonna abandon ship here, basically. It's okay, we'll get another rescue mission, and this time... I'm gonna separate this out. We're gonna put that here. I'm gonna see if we can land with parachutes. I think we'll be able to be safe for parachute landing. Nope. Yep. There we go. So we're going to see if we can keep this stage and reuse it and save ourselves a little bit of cash. Yeah, we're good. That's a safe landing speed, especially in water. Well, we made it to suborbital at least. Bill's got a little bit of experience. But still, that was a disappointing rescue mission, but we did learn a few things. We should have started earlier, and we did not circularize. Deploy all. Keep. There's the hatch, so deploy all. Hatch is obscure. Oh. Okay. Well, we learned several things. The parachute is not quite where we want it to be because we can't get the hatch open. But we did earn some fair bit of science. Mostly the mysterious goo while in space, so we don't need goo for the next mission. But a little bit disappointing still. That's in high orbit. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the goo. And the parachutes need to go to a different spot because they are obscuring the hatch. We still want 2 of them. I think that will do, and we're going to test this out before we go. Test before you fly. Always a good thing. Something that Boeing needs to learn. Let's see, EVA. Do they have EVA report? Okay. Good. Let's check the map. Zelsters. So we want to go till about there, so just a few minutes. Keep going. Right when it's above that site. Okay, go. Oof. Just barely. I should probably take away a little bit of fuel. from this to make it work, but that's all right. So we're going to go up to 1,000, then start a gravity turn, and then go from there. Okay, we're at 1,000. Getting some Z fighting. It's always fun. Little graphical glitch. Just about 10 degrees is good. So I'm going to pay more attention to this. We still do have a fairly powerful rocket at this point in time, so we should be able to be fairly level. So far, so good. Okay, we're gonna... Whoops-a-daisies. We are off course a bit. There we go. That's better. Let's keep going a little bit beyond to get our inclination zeroed out. Okay. And up. Good. Do we not have... We do have SAS. What are we... So let's level this out completely at this point in time. Full on horizontal. We don't have a lot of control authority. We have some. This may not be a rocket that swivels, which is interesting. Okay. How's our map? We're fairly good. I think towards the rendezvous. Probably should have waited just a smidgen longer, but we're still well suborbital. I'm going to keep going until we hit 70 kilometers. Okay. So then we're going to warp to here. We'll go ahead and speed up just a smidgen because we're still in the atmosphere. Okay. We're doing that space feeling. Let's just go. Can't really fire rocket engines this often. With this partially spent stage, we're going to aim for about 10 seconds, and that seems to be right. In fact, I'm gonna... Well, let's see. I'm gonna aim for about 7 or 8 seconds to Oasis. Okay, well, this is going to be fun. Let's just warp to here. good. So we are in full orbit at this point in time, so that is excellent. We're trying to rescue and do a rendezvous. So the rendezvous will count as part of that. It'd be really swell if we could do a docking maneuver. So let's see here. How is it that you... Is there a rendezvous docking mode? No, that's not what we want. What we want is maneuver mode and look ahead in orbit or... EVA report. We cannot exit. Really? The hatch is... What? EVA report, keep and board. There we go, that's better. So, first of all, we do have an inclination that we need to adjust for. So we're going to do that at one of the descending or ascending nodes. We're going to warp to there. We're going to see if we can cancel that out. Nope, that's the wrong direction. So we need to go the other way. Three, two... Not going to be able to perfectly cancel it out because we're going in the wrong spot, but that's okay. We did lower it some, which is good. Let's see. Whoops. Let's just fast forward a little bit. I want to see what happens when we advance in orbit. Are we getting closer? Yes, we are. So we're just going to keep going like this. We have little inclination. Hang on, we're going to stop here and we're going to add a maneuvering node. Where? At the periapsis. So if we decrease this, try to slow down a bit, our up oasis is going down. So that'll bring our up oasis down and our periapsis. How much? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. So let's try this again. We're going to slow down just a smidgen. So our up oasis is 80. Let's keep going down to like 60 or 70. 77, and it is getting closer. 74. Can we pin this? Okay, let's see. Let's keep playing with the node. We have 343 kilometers. It is decreasing. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. And yeah, I'm going to still eyeball it, but we're going to warp to the maneuvering node. And right at that moment, then we're going to try to do the right thing. Okay. Keep going. I'm going to cancel this. The whole goal is to just lower the Apoasis down to roughly circularize the orbit. Alright, so now we're just going to go full speed until we are closer. So 300 kilometers, almost 390. When we come by again, then we should be less than that. No, we're going in the wrong direction. So we're going faster than it. We need to go higher. So warp to there. And we're going to accelerate. Actually, let's just keep going to the node because it's not that far. And the node will be the closest point in a lot of ways. So let's keep going to here and we're going to see what we can do. Okay, that should be good. Let's just warp a couple of orbits ahead. Maybe we'll try to catch that little piece of science, maybe we won't, but I'm sure we're doing quite fine. Normally, the real spacecraft obviously would do much better at this. Eyeballing stuff is not easy when it comes to orbits. The early astronauts tried to eyeball orbiting stuff and they were failing miserably. 336. This one looks like it's closer. Excellent. We are getting closer. Beautiful. It's probably the EVA report over mountains, which is a hard one to get. Descending node is off by a bit, but that's okay. We'll get there. 226. This is getting real close. 149. Yeah, 92. Okay, this is close enough where we're going to try to do this. So we're going to do a maneuver here. So the first thing we need to do is pin this. And then we're going to try to cancel out the relative speed will be fairly high. No, we don't want that. Sending node 0. Good. Next thing, let's see if we can... Nope, we'll go in a little bit. Oh, the relative speed is increasing, which is not what we want either. Okay. So what about a normal burn? There we go. The relative speed is increasing, but not hideously. So we're going to see if we can get it within 5 kilometers. We'll go within 10. Good. That's enough speed. So that's a fairly precise maneuver. We're going to go ahead and warp to here. Then we'll get set up for that maneuver, and we're going to try to do it as precisely as we can. Even though I am giving myself absolutely no time to get set up for this maneuver. There we go. Burn time, if we did at full speed, is pretty slow. I'm going to wait purposely just a little bit after, just to try to hit it right at the descending node. Okay, good enough. At this point in time, we will be very, very close. So at that closest point, we're going to add another maneuver. Actually, at that point in time, we're just going to try to zero. Well, we're still a little ways, but we're just going to try to zero out our target speed at that point in time. Let's warp to about here. Okay. Good. Very low relative speed. We're still too far away. How close are we going to be at the opposite side? At the opposite side, let's do another maneuver. Actually, hang on. Let's just do this. We've got this now. So what we need to do is to put a little bit of relative speed towards our target, which we kind of are moving in that direction. Right there. Okay. So we are getting closer, that's good. But not for long. Yeah, we're still kind of out of plane. Yeah, I'm gonna add a thing right here. Maneuver, and we're gonna see if we can get this to a real close. 2.5. It's a high relative speed still. but that's easier to deal with. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and set up for that maneuver. We have a lot of delta V. Okay, node in 30 seconds. It's gonna be a pretty quick. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, good enough. How is our target position? Looks good. What about this one? Yeah, we're still gonna be pretty far separated at that point in time. We're close though. So we're gonna warp till we're close. Oh, okay. Okay, good. And now we need to massively cancel out our target speed. Relative speed is still a little high. We're going to just kind of push away this node, and you can see that it's doing good things for us. Right there. Separation is almost 0 right there. Speed difference is still high, but we did do a successful closer approach. This should count as a rendezvous. Yep, rendezvous. Okay, we need to slow down. Like, right about like this, though. We're still pushing. Okay. I think we don't need to be in map mode anymore. Let's see. There's the moon. Where's our target? Should be somewhere vaguely in front of us. Now we're pointed straight at it. So there we go. So we're going to see if we can head towards docking. So that's right. Let's pull this direction. So we're going to go something like this. Good. Getting pretty close. Okay, we're looking good. Let's speed this up a bit. Okay. Perfect. So what do we got here for a spacecraft? It does not seem to have any docking ports. This is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and jump to this other one. Let's confirm that it does not have any docking ports. Darn. Okay. We're gonna let go. Going to RCS. Hang on. We're going to need to transfer you to this compartment, and then we can switch over to our astronaut. Okay, Zelster? Yeah. EVA report. Yep, above the mountains. Board. Collect all. I think we're good to go. So you're an engineer who's in the pilot seat. Do I care? Nah. You're gonna get some fun experience, buddy. Actually, Jebediah seems to be able to control things from not the command seat, which is good. Let's go to our orbit. This is fun. That's okay. We'll just do a slight cheat. Bloop. Okay. Check the map. Actually, we don't need to check the map because we have these statistics. We're just going to go for, I don't know, 40 kilometers. That should be good. Still actually have a lot of fuel. Oh wait, hang on. We don't want to. We were gonna do docking practice. Too late. Oh well. We will go ahead and set it. Okay. Hopefully this will be naturally stable in a good orientation. Can I very slowly am making my way towards that correct orientation? We have no electric charge. I don't know how we're doing this at all. Yeah, we'll be stable. So we'll have to put a solar panel on this rescue mission. Okay, we're now suborbital. Atmospheric, really. We're in an excellent orientation to take heat through the ablator. Zelster is so excited to be coming back home. So excited. We're using a bit of ablation, but not too terribly much. We're a little bit off of our optimal pointing, but not bad. And honestly, we're stable. That's what's really important. We just don't want to be whacking things around all over the place. It's just bad business. All right. Parachute deployment. And we should be good to go. Excellent. Well, welcome home, Zelster. I don't know how you got up there in space, but we got you back. So we are totally good. It does feel like we're blown a little bit by wind. Huh. Must be one of the mods I have, but I didn't think I had that type. Deploy all. Zelster, can you get out? Actually, there's no electricity, so yeah. You legitimately cannot roll your spacecraft. Okay, so we got a little bit of science. Not a lot, but something. And all level 1 crew. Excellent. That's what we'd like to see. So, do we have the grappler by chance? That looks like a robotic part. I think we are going to take the solar panels just so we have a little bit of power for these kinds of missions in the future. And then we'll take the avionics just because we can. Have lots of cash. We're going to do another rescue mission. These guys want to go by the moon, huh? Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay. Could upgrade this barely, but we couldn't really afford the next spacecraft. So we should be able to do that after our next successful mission. This time we got to remember to stay up there. Same exact mission as before. Except rescue mission, and we're going to put in our scientist, which is Bob. Bob's going to get some stick time. And actually, we're not going to put Jebediah. We're going to put Valentina so she can get some stick time. Yeah, let's do it. Hopefully we can get Jebediah in and dock here, and that will be good. Check the map. So Zelster's... Hang on. We rescued Zelster. So we're looking for Frankfurt, who he just barely passed overhead. I think it's about here that we want to launch. Yeah, this will do. Ooh, that inching off the launch pad. It's okay. Slow start is perfectly acceptable. I love the little smoke clouds going everywhere. Got our nice plumes going on. Plumage is good. Plumage is good. Okay. Just check the map here. Frankfurt is still looking... We have a decent chance. Let's start our gravity turn just a bit. Hopefully we can do this one a little bit better than the last one. Rescuing Kerbals is one of my favorite of these activities to do because A, they're interesting, and B, you get a new Kerbal, and Kerbals are expensive. So, and C, they actually have experience when you get them. Okay. We're high enough. We should be able to shoot for about 70. I should have put a solar panel on here. That's okay. We'll do that on the next one. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Just a quick peek. Yeah, we're gonna need to be in a low orbit so we can catch up. Let's start flattening out the trajectory. We should be at about 40 by now. We want to be more flat. For some reason that seems a little bit off. Well, we're gonna wait until about here. And then just flatten our trajectory and be good. It must be because we had the engineer on board that we got the engineering readings. Aha! This makes sense. That, I think, is a change to that mod since the last time I used it. Not good. We're going to have to do a little bit of upward burning, but I think we should be fine. Our perigee is still continuing to rise, which is the critical thing, and then yeah, orbital speed is still going up. We're fine. We can level this out. A little past apogee, which is less than optimal, but that's okay. Okay, we hit orbit. Yes. So 143. Let's go through and see. Ooh, we're way. No, wait, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, 100. Yeah, so we're going in the right direction, and that's what's important. Descending node is actually a fair bit off. So we should correct for that. Let's do that here. I'm just going to pin the ascending node because they are the inverse of each other. Come on, pin. Good. That's fine. That's a good enough start. So let's warp there. Kill the ascending node so that way we can get closer. So it's a 2-second burn. I'm going to go ahead and start it now because I don't like to fully set up these. 3, 2, 1, and cut. Okay, that's much better. So what are we at here? Okay, 144. Let's just pin that and see what it's at now. Next time we pass through. 135. So we're getting close, but not very close. 74 and 83. So we're gonna do a little bit here. I'll set this up a little bit before. Should be getting a little bit closer. No, the separation's increasing, so we're going in the wrong direction, which we are actually. Whoopsie daisies. Gee. Don't ever let me pilot your spacecraft, guys. Let me tell you that. If you ever find out that I am your pilot, then run. Do not walk. Because the rocket might blow up too. Okay, let's keep going a little bit. All right, so we're just gonna warp through and let these get closer. 100 kilometers at that point. Good. 54. Kind of bothers me a little bit to be that much off on the ascending node. That far away from the node, but that's okay. Whoops, slow down. Now, we're at 9.2 at our next approach right here at the ascending node. Pure coincidence. Add a maneuver. First of all, let's see if we can zero that out. Good. So that's in the right spot, and then our distance is closer. Excellent. See if we can get that improved a little bit even more. we can get it to like 5. We'll just get it too low. Five, 4. Right there. Good. That's an excellent burn. Let's go ahead and line ourselves up for where we will need to be. And then let's just warp to that maneuver. It's 0.2 of a second. So we'll just do a very, very slow burn. Okay. That looks pretty good. 5 kilometers. Excellent. Relative speed will be a little bit high, but what we're going to do is warp to about here. We're actually pretty close right now. We're going to switch this to target mode. It has low relative speed and it's pretty close to it. So we see our target node and we actually want to kind of push it this direction. So we're kind of thrusting towards. There we go. We want those to line up. Beautiful. So that means we're moving in like exactly-ish the right direction. Let's just warp to there, and then we're going in exactly the wrong direction here. Huh. Well, shucks. This is a polar. Let's kill our speed entirely. I'm just going to fire straight towards it. Okay, still 5.6. This is because we're not quite in the right plane. I think what the appropriate thing to do is to... Well, let's cancel out our target speed. Actually, we need to... Yeah, we're going to cancel out our target speed basically completely. How's our... Electric charge is actually pretty low. Huh. So we're going to set up a maneuver. And we're going to try to just do this right for the next time. Actually, not there. We're going to set it up at the ascending node. This is the part of orbital dynamics that gets me confused. I think we're out of the norm. Yeah. So the problem is it's in a slightly different orbit. We're going to pass through this and see what the next orbit looks like. Okay. So we're getting further away. We need to slow that down. So we're going to slow down our target's relative speed. Okay. .8. We're getting closer. 5 point. Okay. We have this one though. This is what we want. Perfect. Excellent. That will do. Okay, at that point in time will be a proper rendezvous. And we'll have a fairly high speed, which is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. We need to do this very, very slowly. This is the one burn that will matter. We're gonna get within maybe 20 seconds or so, and then burn. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a little bit closer. Want to try to dock if it's something that is actually possible to do. Well, let's just switch over to the other spacecraft. Does it have a docking port? No. Sad day. Okay. We have no relative speed, which is not actually what we want. How's our consumables? We have a little bit of electric charge, but we have mostly used ours, so we gotta be careful. Let's just move towards here. We're gonna turn off the SAS. Just give ourselves a little scooch of a turn around. And then we'll turn on the SAS to stabilize ourselves. Stabilize. What kind of word was that? Once we get approximately the right orientation, we actually need to go a little bit faster. Okay. Target, and let's just burn this down to bip. That's good enough. We're stable. Let's EVA and get over there. Where are we? We're close, I know that. There we are. Okay, let's see. We're moving right towards it. Excellent. I'm so horrible at doing this. Here we go. Let's go straight like this and then up. Okay. Let's go find the target, which is right there. Oh, come on. Let's just head there manually. I'm trying to use the navigation ball, and I think the nav ball helps for longer distances, but as short as this is, we want to get in and do this right. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Up and over. Down. Just come down and over. Oops. 3D view is sometimes lacking. Okay, up and slow down. Okay, come on. Come on. Down, down. Okay. We're real close, but okay, up scooch, down the scooch. There we go, grab. Now we need to do our transfer. Can we just board? Yeah, I was gonna say. Valentina, we need to transfer over to the appropriate vehicle. Oh, it looked like we had the head stuck in there. Let's see. Valentina. We need to transfer crew. Okay. We'll switch over and looks like you can you do an EVA science? Do we? Why can't I do this? That is an EVA science experiment, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, whatever. We're good. Now, we have the spacecraft. How much electricity does it have? Not much. Do we want to try to do the dock? So we're doing pretty decent. The only thing that we really need to do is to get another one of these spacecraft. We can have it be, yeah, let's do this real quick. Space Center. Wish we would rescue a pilot, but pilots are rare. And they're somewhat expendable. We're gonna take the Bigfoot mission. And we're going to tweak it just a little bit. First of all, I'm gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna replace it with a Clampatron. There we go. That's centered. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to... Can we put a RCS fuel tank? Do we have one of those? No, we're going to put just a little tiny thing. And do we have a little tiny... Do we have the control authority? No. Huh. Okay, scratch that. We need the parachutes on this. We gotta remember that. Theoretically, they could land dock, but I don't think we're gonna try that. We really just need one of these. That will be more than sufficient for just the pod. Okay, what's next? We need solar panels. So that's electricity. One solar panel should give us more than enough ability to divert things around. And let's see, Bigfoot that docks is going to be Bigfoot Zipper. Ow. Shush. It'll be fine. I really should turn on the thing where we get to name... Well, that would be Kerbals, though. I have the mod that will let me to name Kerbals. So this is probably going to be Valentina. We should have more fuel for this. So, actually, hang on. Let's revert flight to the vehicle assembly. And the reason is I'm going to clean up the trash that is in orbit these other people have sent out, and then we're going to launch this with Valentina just to do the docking maneuver. Okay, you can be terminated. Same thing with Frankfurt. Rescue mission, though, cannot be. Okay. Rescue mission is what we're going to attempt to dock with. Hopefully we can do decent. I'm not going to do another rescue mission yet. It'd be fun, but yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So Bigfoot Zipper. Lunch. Wait, this is not a stable mission, though. We're going to revert flight to the vehicle assembly. We need to make two changes. One is we need to get rid of this. It was for a test mission. And then we need to add in a stability pad so that we can continue to have electricity. Good. Those two changes will make all the difference in the world. Trust me. It's going to be good. I'm sure we're totally going to survive with no problems. Okay. Toggle map. We want to launch when it's somewhere around here. Yeah, this will do. Let's do it. This one wasn't quite as bad as the other one, but man, that other one crawls off the launch pad. This one still does a lot, but not quite as bad. Okay. We are making electricity. I should remove the monopropellant since we don't seem to have any thrusters or any whatever. We don't have any use for monopropellant, so we should probably remove it, but that's okay. That's right, we have a little solar panel. So we will have lots of electricity the whole time, hopefully. Gravity turn is looking pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and set this as my target. Although, the first thing I'm going to do is switch this to surface mode. We're 10 kilometers now, so we should be closer to a 45 degree. That EVA. PR nightmare, so collect all. Okay, looking good. We're at 20, so we should be closer to like 25. Looking good, Jeb. You can do this. My great-grandfather was named Jedediah. Okay, we're going to keep going through this. We should burn more horizontal at this point in time. There we go. That's better. Oh, whoa. Oh, I'm so bad at this sometimes. So I'm way ahead of the target here. I'll be way behind here. It's really tempting, and we're gonna see if this works. We're gonna warp to the high point. Luckily, we have tons of fuel. The same spacecraft did a flyby of the moon, so we can easily do a docking maneuver. If I can get these close, then we may do something silly. It won't be that silly though. What I would try to do is just wait there and try to do our rendezvous on the first pass, but we're not going to get that close. Yeah. It's fine. Let's just get into our... this is going to be a low orbit. We're going to go for like a 60-kilometer perigee. Because we're actually going to use the atmosphere a little bit to lower us down because we're way too high. Darn, we launched it at the right time. I just keep screwing these orbits up. That's okay. So our node is way off too. Let's fix that here. Let's add a maneuver. So we're going to go down. should try to pin that, but that's okay. Whoops. 2, 1. Holy moly. We are way off on our orbit. It is what it is, right? That was way too early. Let's keep going. 5-ish second burn, so we'll go at about 20. Okay, well that should have killed a fair bit of our momentum. Yeah, that's better. Our perigee is still low, and I'm gonna allow that. If we have to do a little bit of a burn to keep going, we will. But let's just keep this up oasis and see if we can lower it by a little bit of aero braking. Nothing wrong with aero braking. This is improving our close approach, so that's good. Okay, we are basically at the lowest point, and well, not quite. 30 seconds. Yeah, this is still fine. So it's ahead of us, which means we need to be in a much lower orbit. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll unzip. We'll take off the time warping, which we should have done when we were doing the maneuver anyways. And then we're going to go back to full speed because it looks like we're doing well. We're going to wait till we get outside of the atmosphere, and then we are going to hopefully line this up much better because we're doing a real rotten job so far, but that's okay. We have so much fuel. This isn't going to be an issue at all. What's our apogee? Is still lower than I would like, but it's fine. Okay, perigee, at apogee, we do need to raise our orbit a little bit. I had confused which spacecraft I was. I don't really want to do... We have enough fuel. I'm not going to worry about atmospheric braking. What I'm more concerned about is the ability to warp. Good. So right at the perigee, we're going to lower our orbit even more. I'm amazed at the people who can do this right the first time every time. Or the people who can do it in real life. Like, I can only do it with wasting a ton of fuel. Okay, 155. I can do almost anything in Kerbal Space Program, but sometimes it takes me a few attempts. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that's real nice. In 2 orbits, we're going to be real close. Still a bit more off on the descending node than I would like. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a maneuver here. First thing we're going to do is to get rid of our ascending node. Wrong direction. 2, 1. Good. That should be good. And then the next thing we're going to do is see if we can improve that any. Should have that pinned. There we go. No. That's about as good as that's going to get. And then we'll do some plane adjustments. Nope. Tell you what, we're going to go for a low bin separation, but we're going to do some tweaking at a later point. We're going to try to do it right here. Bingo. That will be our burn. How's our electricity? It's looking excellent. Okay. Still 2 minutes. Where's the node's actually all the way over here. Keep going. It's very gentle burn, so we're going to do it slow. We're going to start at 3. Okay, keep going. And done. Good enough. Okay, now at our Apple Oasis, we're going to put another maneuver and we're going to pin this. Let's see if we can inch our way a little bit closer to that. 6. That's as good as it's going to get. Nope. Here. Whoa. Okay, how about... Seems like this is about as good as we're going to get. That's fine. Okay. Gotta just keep slowly adjusting. Once you get within about 3 kilometers, it gets a lot easier, but it's always a pain before then. So we'll warp until we're close. Okay. We'll speed things up just a scooch. Stop at about 15. And then we'll start the burn at about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay. Very good burn. Beautiful. How far are we right now? So let's go to target mode. We're still quite a ways at this very moment. But at this point in time, our relative speed is pretty low and our absolute distance is really low. So we're going to go to here and we're just going to start eyeballing it from this point forward. So we're going to push this out of it. Trying to match these a little bit closer. In fact, let's see if we can get them right on. So what little speed we're moving straight towards the spacecraft. Beautiful. So that's not exactly where we want to be, but this is fine. We're just going to skip through. And we can see that we're actually getting further, which is not great. And we don't have the other intersection points. So we're going straight away from the spacecraft right now. So we're going to actually zero out our speed completely. All right. In fact, let's start heading towards the target. Let's keep pushing it towards the target, and that will get us eventually a closer approach. These normal ones don't work as well, and I struggle to get them. Yeah, we're going into the atmosphere, which is fine because we're not going to stay in this orbit for very long. Wait, that means we're going away from the target. Just go straight towards it. Pull towards, good. 6.5, that's still further than I would like. In fact, we're just gonna rocket towards it. We're gonna go pretty fast because we have lots and lots of delta V. This is a horribly inefficient trajectory, but you know what? I don't really care. There we go. That will be close enough where we can start to eyeball things a little bit better. Actually, let's push it this direction. And now we're getting closer. This is what I like to see. 4, 3, there we go. So let's go to right about here. We'll see if we can get this slowed down some. It's not quite doing what I want it to. How far are we actually? It should be... Where is it? Finding these things is always a pain, even with the nice highlighted glow. There we go. We're pretty close. Whoa, we're really close to it right now. Let's see if we can slow way down. Okay, good. Okay. In fact, let's go straight towards it about... I don't know, a meter per second. And then we'll speed this up so this will hurry. Okay, looking good, looking good. Okay, let's zero out our speed. And then we're going to do another evaluate. Good. Let's be prepared to stop. How's our... Electricity is not doing as well as I would like, but it's okay. It's because we're in this shade and there's limited battery power. Okay, we can see it, and the orientation is not quite right. We may be able to cheat this, though. So this is our capsule. We're going to orient this so it's pointed straight at it. And then we're going to switch to the other spacecraft and do the same. Where are you? So the Clampotron very specifically is our target. I'm going to turn off the SAS because we don't have a ton of... Okay, just a little bit of scooch. Perfect. So let's switch to the other spacecraft. Good. Let's just come in. We're going to have to slow down. This is going to be a pain because we don't have a really great docking system because we don't have the ability to manually maneuver it. So that's going to be rough, but we got this. We got this, guys. Okay, looking good. So set as target. We're off a little bit from the pointing perfectly. But hang on, we're gonna go ahead and set this up. Tweak it here. Good. So we're going to go in about 3 meters per second and keep pointing correctly. And hopefully the magnets will do their magic and we'll be able to successfully dock. These magnetic docking ports really make docking a lot easier than it is in real life. Come on. There we go. How about that? Docking achieved, world first milestone, contract complete. Excellent. All right. Let's undock. And then we just need to deorbit this guy. Again, we're going to thrust real close contamination. So be it. Doesn't particularly matter where we re-enter, so let's just go down to a 40-kilometer orbit, and then we're good. Perfect. Let's go ahead and divvy these up. I'm gonna try to keep the upper stage, but I don't know that we will be successful. Hang on. Before we do this, I want to make sure that we have science, so I'm going to log temperature, keep and collect all. This is only for the purpose of getting an achievement. Okay. I'm going to turn off SAS. We'll save our little electric charge. It may be helpful. Who knows? So I'm going to be prepared here to separate the craft, but if we can make it through successfully, then we're going to keep it. Okay, we're spinning around. That's fine. Speed is still continuing to increase, but probably not for much longer. Love the little rocket guts. Yeah, I think... There we go. Now we're fully in the re-entering phase. I think we're all right. Spinning like this is actually good. It would make the astronauts a little bit sick, but that's okay. What just blew up? Just one of the science experiments. Nothing too big of a deal. We're going to try to separate. This is probably a mistake. Let's see if we can spin around a little bit. Nope, this was a mistake. Oh well, it'll be fine. We haven't gained anything, and we have this rocket body that's attached to us, and we're going to lose the ability to recover anything. Oh wait, I didn't actually separate. Never mind. Forget that. Parachute should be okay. We'll even recover some fuel, so how about that? Okay, let's just speed this up a bit. At this point in time, re-entry is basically assured. Safe re-entry, that is to say. Okay, we're looking good. Continuing to slow down, which is excellent news. We're basically flying horizontal. I think we're over the desert, maybe. Looks like our parts are starting to cool down. Beautiful. Can't believe how fast we're still moving. Still moving too fast to deploy the parachutes. Woo! That was close. I should have ditched that stage a lot earlier. Woo! That got the heart pumping. Okay. That was not worth a little bit of money that we were gonna get from it. So that completed another mission, and we got 3 Kerbals back and some good experience and a little bit of science. Nothing too crazy. But cool. So Frankfurt is a scientist. Good. And then let's get our other mission back real quick. This one should not be nearly as exciting. And then I'm going to call it an evening. I will continue this on Saturday. I may do some bonus streams because I can't stream at my normal time. Yeah. Wednesday is not going to happen next week. It's my anniversary. My wife made it pretty clear that I'm not streaming that night. Okay. So we're going to fast forward. I'm going to try to do this quicker. Although it's probably not going to happen because re-entries just take forever. We do have a lot of rocket fuel. We could... What's the best way to use the rocket fuel we have to slow things down? Yeah, we'll just go for a steeper re-entry trajectory. That'll be fine. And then we'll burn straight up. Once we get to about, I don't know, 55, to shallow it out a little bit more. 50. Not straight up like this. This is good. What's this doing? This is shifting. Oh, we're going to do a skip re-entry. That's not really what I wanted to do. This is not what I want to do either. We actually want to go fire down. We're out of fuel now. Uh-oh. This is a nasty trajectory. Okay, well, we'll put ourselves in the position. We'll fire off that stage. And we're just gonna hope that everything goes well. We do have a heat shield, so that's gonna help. This is gonna be a rough one, though. Poor Jebediah. Hopefully he doesn't die again. Okay, we're looking good. Excellent. For one, we'll put it at like 550. And that was a much quicker reentry. Excellent. We're pretty high up, I think, for the desert. Beautiful. Oh no, that's not bad. Okay, so we are near sea level. That's about expected. Plunk. Deploy all except EVA. Keep. Collect everything. Okay, hatches are obscured. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay. And then let's see if we can EVA and do a flying. I love how the flying is pretty loose. Board. Good. Cover vessel. And we should be good to go. Whew. Thank goodness. So, we have a very great start. Fair bit of science collected, not a ton from this mission. We did a flyby of the moon, and we have pretty thoroughly explored Kerbin. So, this is definitely our next mission. Stay in an orbit. That will be very easy. That's a pretty big space station. I don't think we're gonna do that. Pretty specific thing. We could do some more rescue missions. I think this is what we're gonna do. So we have tons of cash. We can upgrade this so we can start taking some samples, and we are gonna go to the moon by the end of this next stream. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thanks guys for joining me. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care.